Hi everybody, welcome back. It is Word Class Wednesday, so we're going to get cracking straight away today. Pause the video for me, write your date and learning objective, make sure it is beautifully underlined and joined up and looking generally amazing, and then we're going to get cracking straight away. Okay, so the word classes or the word types that we're going to be thinking about today are a lot of the same ones that we've looked at before. So we've got nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions and conjunctions. And there's a lot of long words there. So if you're sitting there thinking, Mrs. Thompson, there's too many long words, I'm a bit confused, don't worry, because I'm going to explain those to you. So nouns are naming words. Headband, watch, jumper, okay? Pronouns are words that can replace nouns in a sentence. And we usually do that because it's less repetitive and less boring if we use a pronoun. So it gives us a bit of variation in our sentences. So for example, we might say, Winston is my cat. Winston likes biscuits. Winston likes sausages. Okay, but we could use some pronouns to make it a bit less repetitive. Yeah, so we could say, Winston is my cat who likes biscuits. And then we might have the word he. We might say he likes meat. Okay, so the words like he, she, it, we, they, I, me, these are our pronouns. Verbs, we're great at verbs. Verbs are action words. Running, jumping, singing. There are two that people tend to forget. They're the trickier ones. So we call it to be. So if I had the sentence, I am hungry, the verb would be am. You are tall. The verb is are. So those are the ones that people usually forget about. Okay. And have is another one that people usually forget about. I have 2 cats. Okay, and the have is the verb there. So it doesn't have to be something physical that you're doing with your body. It can be being, like I am, you are, or it can be have. That can be a verb too. Adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. The watch strap is pink. The hair is messy. Okay? Adverbs, well, they describe verbs. They describe actions. So, I sang loudly. Loudly would be my adverb, sorry. But they don't always end in an ly, remember. They tell us when or where or how a verb is done. But you could have adverbs like often. I often have messy hair. Okay, it tells me when I have messy hair. When? Often. Prepositions, well, I always say preposition because it tells us about the position of something. So the phone is on my knee. The phone is under the laptop. You probably couldn't see that actually, could you? That was a silly idea. Here's my phone and I'm putting it under the laptop. So we watched a video with a little cat in it. Do you remember? We watched a video with Chester the cat. I'll put a link in the description box below. If you haven't seen that video, it's quite sweet and it teaches you all about prepositions. And the other day we did conjunctions, and conjunctions are joining words like but, because, and, those sorts of things. So those are the word types that we're thinking about today. And I'm going to leave that on the screen to help you. So this is all you need for today's lesson. You can write this grid out in your book. You don't need to print this out, but if you want to, you can. All you're going to do is write the grid out in your book and create a little list of all the nouns that you can find, or all the verbs that you can find, all the adjectives that you can find. So my tip on how to do this is to you're going to read it through and to start off with, you are only going to look for the nouns. Only nouns. Go on a noun hunt. Okay, that's a really good way of doing it, because if you look for all of these different types of words all at the same time, there's too much information. I think I'd get confused. So to start off with, you're just going to find the nouns. And when you think you've found all the nouns, you're going to forget about nouns and you're just going to find all the verbs. Okay? And when you think you've done that, you're going to forget about the verbs and you're just going to look for adjectives and you're going to write them in that little box. Okay? If you don't have a ruler and you can't draw a grid, you can just write little lists. That's absolutely fine. So, pause the video for me here. You can pause for as long as you like and see if you can create your little lists of nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions and pronouns. Okie doke. Good luck. Okay, so well done for completing that activity, guys. In a few moments, I am going to give you the answers. You can mark your own work. So, are you ready? It'd be great if you could mark in a different colour. That would be really handy. You ready for the answers? Here they are. So, well done if you managed to find. There were lots of pronouns and lots of them were very, very similar, weren't they? So well done if you managed to find all of those. You might want to pause the video whilst you mark your work as well. Okay, that is the end of today's lesson, the end of today's Word Class Wednesday. Have a wonderful day, make good choices, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.